But shouldn't he be pointing that at the ceiling? Considering that's where she saw her husband, right? Nolla's lost it. Why does this house look so familiar? Maybe it's because all haunted places look the same. I don't know, but I swear to God, I've seen this in a movie.
Nellie's in the room.
What the hell? Why did they all jump up awake like that at the same time? One of them said Nellie's in the red room or bedroom or something, right? There's the water. It's waiting for it. Oh, it is pointed at the ceiling. Okay, I thought it was pointed at the pillows. That's what it looked like to me. But it was pointed at the ceiling. Okay. There's gonna be something there.
A four-way stop without a sign is bound to have a few near misses. You slept better with your husband in bed, right?
Of course.
You're probably just noticing the car horns now because you're not sleeping as well. Things you used to sleep through. The water? It was a big storm the night he died. One of the biggest you've seen in a long time.
Yes?
There's a leak in your roof. You just didn't notice the water damage because of all the paneling.
And the man I saw hanging from my ceiling?
You're gonna say that was just in her head?
The mind. It is a powerful thing, man. Especially the grieving mind. A ghost can be a lot of things. A memory, a daydream, a secret.
But you've seen a ghost.
Anger, guilt. But in my experience, most times they're just what we want to see.
Why would I want to see my Carl like that?
Right.
Because it's better than never seeing him again.
Not really. I wouldn't want to see
Most times a ghost
my
is a
husband
wish.
like that.
The fuck, Steve?
You didn't like it.
No, I didn't like it.
What's going on?
My brother just raped the family is what's going on.
Hang on.
Look, I get that things haven't exactly been going well with your writing. And when you said you wanted to do a book about the house, I understood that. But this is...
I sent you guys the manuscript in case you had any objections. I didn't have to do that.
Of course we object. I object. You make Mom sound fucking crazy.
Oh, Mom wasn't crazy?
And the Dudleys and Dad? This is the worst of the bullshit. Worse than the tabloids.
Dad had every opportunity to set that straight. Does he talk to you, Cheryl? Did he tell you what happened that night? Because all I've got are those tabloid quotes. He refuses to tell us anything else.
He believed it, Steve. What you're doing to Mom?
Mom was mentally ill. It's a fact. I'll be damned if the apple didn't fall too far from... I'm sorry.
Wow.
I'm sorry. That wasn't...
Wow.
If we don't give him someone else to write about, it's going to be more and more of this.
It's tabloids. It's just tabloids.
It's family court. This type of stuff doesn't help in a custody hearing.
They never filed charges. I was never placed under arrest. It was a suicide.
You're saying you want to keep the house your wife just died in? You have any idea how that looks?
I want the gates and the doors kept locked at all times, and I want to know every day that it's empty, except for the Dudleys. The Dudleys stay on.
That doesn't make any sense.
The Dudleys stay on, and it sits there and rots.
Why don't you live here?
We live close by. At the edge of the property, through the woods, right by town. No one would live nearer than town. No one will come any nearer than that. So yes, they lived all alone, in the night, in the dark.
No one lives any nearer than town. No one will come any nearer than that. In the night, in the dark.
Well, I don't suppose either of you have seen Luke.
Not recently.
I assume you tried the treehouse?
Very funny, mister.
Mom's looking for you. Who's this?
Some girl I saw by the woods. Will you hang out with me?
You want me to?
Cute.
Yeah, you can hang out all the time. We can draw together. No girls, just Stevie and Luke.
Cool kids.
He's so cute.
Where do you get
That's
the ideas for these drawings?
Scary.
Hey, Luke.
Oh, there he is.
Hey, Steve. How'd you know where to find me?
Is he stealing from him? Are those his things?
Tell you what, I've got, let me see, $200 here. You hand me that iPad, you can keep the cash and sell that old camera. I need the iPad. You know, it stays here.
That's so sad. They were so cute when they were younger, and now he's stealing from his big brother.
I'm sorry. I know. Thanks. I needed a good scare. You just stood there and
Is
watched
she
him
dead?
murder me?
Is she dead and he's seeing her ghost?
Christ, Nell.
Nell
Hit up
died.
everybody, dragged Luke out, made Dad hop on a plane. Fine. Got us all listening. What do you want? What's so damn important, Nell?
She's dead. She's dead.
Jesus Christ.
I'm guessing she must have died like the moment everybody woke up. Okay, all right. Well, that was interesting. So I wrote down a bunch of names here. So I was like so confused at the beginning of this. Like I couldn't tell who was who. Like first we saw them as kids, and then we saw them as adults, and I don't remember when they were kids them ever mentioning a Theo or a Thea or whatever they say her name. So I was like really confused on that. When they said she lived in a funeral home, I thought it was Sherry, right? Shirley. That was Shirley. But then we saw Shirley. So I was like, I was just like so confused. So I'm so sorry that I was talking nonsense toward the beginning. I was so confused. They were just throwing so many character faces, and they all like look very similar. And so I got confused. But so I don't know the order of their ages. So I'm going to guess that Stephen is the oldest. So I'm going to say Stephen's the oldest. And then it's Shirley. And then I'm going to say Theodora, whatever. Even though I don't remember her as a kid at the beginning. And then I don't know. Nellie and Luke, I don't know who was older than the other. If I had to guess, I would say Luke and then Nell. Unless they're twins. They could be twins. I don't think it was ever said what if they were twins or not. So they lived when they were kids, they lived in Hill House. And I swear to God that some of the stuff that was said sounded so familiar from a movie. Like the Dudleys. I think that even the name itself is from the movie. And I can't remember the movie. I think it's House on Haunted Hill. I think it's House on Haunted Hill or The Haunting. I don't know. There's so many horror movies out there. But just the Dudleys, and then what the Mrs. Dudley said to Stephen. about where, not living any closer than that, and, don't come at night and stuff like that. It just sounded really familiar. If I could find a clip, I will have put it in. You guys would have seen it already. But, yeah, so I also got that Stephen is or was married to Lee. I don't know if they're divorced and he just hasn't taken his ring off, or they're separated or whatever, but they're obviously not in a good place right now. And then there is also, when they were trying to get a hold of Luke, Stephen talked to someone named Paige. I don't know who that is. I don't know if that's anybody I need to know, but I wrote the name down because it came out. So I think that Shirley is married with a kid, even though I haven't seen the child. She was obviously pregnant at one point, and they were putting up a picture in the funeral home of her husband and their child, which I don't know if it was a boy or a girl. So yeah. So I don't know where the kid is or what his or her name is. Like, 'cause I don't even know if it's a boy or girl. So yeah, so there's that. Thea, I keep calling her Theo because I thought they did, but I'm going to call her Thea until I know otherwise. She wears these black gloves. It's really weird. She says she has a germ thing, but I don't know how you can have a germ thing and then do what she was doing with that lady. So I don't know, but I'm not a germaphobe, so I have no idea how that works. So apparently when they were children, Nell kept seeing some ghost. I keep forgetting what she calls it. The broke neck lady or bent neck lady. I don't know. Some lady that her dad didn't believe at first. Said that was just her, having bad dreams, and then it's spilling out into reality. But it's not real. And it is real, I guess. I'm not sure. But she refused to sleep in the bedroom. And so her mom was sleeping with her in this other room. And then her mom woke up and left. And then the next time we saw a scene, it's like the dad was going into Stephen's room, waking him up, saying that they have to go. And they had to stay in the room, and they locked the door. Something tried to come in, but then moved on. And then he told Stephen that he was going to carry him and not to open his eyes. And then they ran. And you can hear something running after them, and it looked like a deranged woman. And so they got outside the house and piled into the car. And everybody's like, "Where's mom? Where's mom?" And dad's not saying anything, except for one of the kids said they thought they saw mom upstairs, and he's like, "That's not your mother," and then left. So the cops, from what I got, the cops say it was a suicide, that the mom killed herself, and Stephen believes that his mom is mentally ill as an adult now. And obviously he doesn't have a good relationship with his dad, because he didn't even want to talk to his dad when his dad called him. So I don't know, but I don't know what happened to Nell, but she did die from something, and I think she must have died at 3:03 for some of them, and like 12:03 for Stephen. But they all woke up, even though they're like different time zones. They all woke up at the same time, and not time on the clockwise. You know what I mean? They all woke up at the exact same moment. And I think that might have been when she died, because Shirley, I think it was Shirley, is the one that said that Nell's in the red room. Or maybe the bedroom. I don't know. But Shirley said something. So, and I don't know what happened to Luke. It seems very sad. He was so cute when he was little, and now he's obviously a drug addict or an alcoholic or something. He's got some kind of addiction, and he was stealing from his big brother. And it was just really sad to see him like that. So I don't know what's going on there. But yeah, so Stephen saw his sister, Nell, dead. He thought that she was really there until his dad called and said that Nell was dead. So I don't know. I don't know how she died. I don't know if it's going to be suicide again. She was acting kind of kooky in the house, I gotta say. She was just twirling around, dancing in a nightgown in this house that frightened her as a child and killed her mother. So I don't know what was going on there. But obviously, this house had a big impact on the whole family. I don't think it was just Luke and Nell, but I think everybody was affected. They just might not want to say anything about it. So I don't know. But I think it's really weird that Stephen is so against ghosts being real, considering what he saw in the house. Because he opened his eyes and saw this woman. And maybe I guess he thought it was his mother. And that supports his thoughts about his mom being mentally ill. So I don't know. But I just thought it was kind of weird for him to not believe in ghosts, but he writes books about hauntings and stuff like that. So I don't know. But I enjoyed it. It was really interesting. And hopefully I won't get the faces mixed up next time because, like I said, I was like completely lost. So, but it is like almost 1 a.m. and I had a rough day. So like barely any sleep kind of day. I was able to take about a 5-hour nap this afternoon, but still not exactly 100%. So just a little confusing. But anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed my reaction. If you did, please give this video a like. If you have any suggestions on anything you'd like me to react to, please leave that down below. And I will see you guys in the next one. Bye.